Hello, you guys. Welcome back. It's Panda Draws, and I have a new sketchbook tour. I'm very excited about this one. I have literally been working in the sketchbook the entire time I've had this channel open. Well, not open, because I guess I had a couple videos from before, but like since I started posting regularly. So this is the longest amount of time I think I've consistently worked in a sketchbook. So, let's get started. Oh, I actually do know where some of these stickers are from. This is Cat Wheezy. This one and this one is Art by Tuna. This one is, I think her name is Chrissy Diggs. It might be Christy Diggs. I'll put the names of the artists in the description. I don't know the rest of them. These I got from just a sticker pack on Amazon or something of like album covers. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, good. There's no information. Sorry, you guys. This is a Midori MD notebook cotton, and I have heard that this is not the sketchbook version. Okay, so there's no dates. I either started this in 2018 or 2019. So, like I said, long time. I was in college. I was in art school. I was in my illustration pathway. I do remember that. These markers are those Tombow markers where it's like a brush on one side and then like an actual pen, not even a nib, but like a pen. Oh, I was trying to make up like a kind of like a bully character, and my inspiration was like Duncan from Total Drama Island, and then Shannon from Home Movies. I love Shannon. Shannon might be like my favorite like bully character ever. I never really did anything with it. I never really got anywhere with it. Okay, this is I think they still have it, the Pokemon fusion generator. So I got a Starmie and a Goldeen, so these were me messing around with that. A lot of the stuff at the beginning, actually all the way through it, is kind of random. This, you can't see it. This was I had to make a movie poster, and I did Jawbreaker, and I'll put the finished pieces, if I can find them, a picture of them so you can see like from the ideation to what it turned into in there. But that's what this is. Another Shannon, some Charmanders, just, you know, messing around with stuff. This is Franz Kafka. I love Franz Kafka. Also, if anybody uses the word Kafka-esque and they don't mean that it was nightmarishly complicated, they're not using the word Kafka-esque right. And I don't, it's one of those little pet peeves, but it's like there's not a lot of situations where you should be throwing out the word Kafka-esque. Getting my passport was Kafka-esque, but like, you know, like, so I just don't, I feel like it's one of those words that people that think they're smart like throw around, but they don't really know. Anyway, that done with that dumb little rant. This is a bad Chibi Moon. Like, this is fine, but then like this is not fine. This is me. I think this is with the Tombows and then some colored pencils. Slowpoke, Shelder, Geodude. This is Akasha. Well, it's Aaliyah as Akasha. And then this in the corner is Pokemon Go. This must have been, so Pokemon Go's been out for like ever, but I didn't start like actually playing it till right around this time. Yeah, so July 2019. Oh, I think I've talked about this a little bit. My illustration department, I don't know if it's because they didn't have a lot of students or like what the issue was, but they did not have enough illustration classes for people to actually graduate with an illustration degree. So you either had to take sequential art classes or some animation classes. Well, what they wanted us to do was wait, and we were all like, hell no. So I did both. I took both of them, so I took intro to animation, so I do know like very, and I mean very rudimentary animation. Like I've done like a flag wave, a walking cycle, a ball bounce. I've done like an animatic with like a flour sack kind of falling kind of thing, and that's it. This, you guys, so it was my birthday and I wanted to go. There's a used art supply store in Savannah, which is 4 hours away from where I live. So I had been like kind of gearing myself up to like, I'm just gonna drive down there. Like I had a couple of friends that live somewhere close, so I was like, I can stay with them, you know, over the night, and then I'll come back. And my partner in crime was like, no, I'll drive you down. We'll get a hotel and then we can go do the thing. We go to the art supply place. It's fantastic. And my husband finds out that there's like an African art museum there. And so I'm super excited. I want to go. So I get there. I just want to go and like draw some stuff. So I get there and I'm confused because it's not a museum. It's a house, first and foremost. So my husband and my son was there, not our art assistant. What did we decide we're calling the oldest? The HR department. He was there and they were like, oh, we're having this little like creative thing where they're making instruments. So he went with him to do that. And I went in and they were like, it's a guided tour. You can't just walk around. It's a guided tour. So I was like, okay, fine. So I get there and there's this older white gentleman and it was really taxing. The things he was saying, because one, they were not true. Well, not everything that he was saying was not true, but some of the things he was saying was not true. And I don't have like a ton of knowledge about African art, but I did take 2 specialty classes. One was in women's African art specifically, and then one was just in like world art. So I bumped the mic, sorry. So there were some things that when he said it, I was like, well, that ain't true. But I wrote down some of the things he was saying because it was kind of ticking me off. He said a lot of the kings remind me of farmers. He said, believe it or not, I read Ethiopian. He told us that he went to a predominantly African American high school. Oh, no kidding. So did I. Oh, crazy. I didn't finish this one. It says getting a European education gets you into something. I don't know. But yeah, like at first I was getting mad and then I was like, whatever. And I was also the only black person there. I was like, whatever. Like I didn't come to listen to this man talk. So what I started doing was just like trying to draw the stuff as quickly as I could, which he didn't like that either because the people started watching me draw instead of listening to him prattle on and on. And I'm like, I can't. You didn't like it when I was asking you questions and challenging you. Well, I wasn't trying to challenge you, but I could tell that he was taking it that way. So now I'm not doing that. I'm politely being quiet and just sitting over here and drawing, and you don't like that either. Like you can't win with some people. But so that's what these were. And then this was also that. Oh, he also called that the outfits that the kings wore costumes. I remember that too. It was a lot. Anyway, I'm not sure what this is. I mean, it's somebody playing the guitar next to a bonfire and somebody standing, but I don't have a story, I guess is what I'm saying. Storyboarding. I took a storyboarding class. It was not good for me, which is, really sad because I really like storyboarding, but I've just learned that sometimes certain teaching styles don't pair well with certain students. As a teaching style with my ADHD, it did not work out. Have you ever seen those guys do like the water thing when they break it up? I was trying to do that, and I was also trying to do the isometric things. I have such an issue with imagining things in 3D and doing perspective. That, you know what, now that I think about it, that might be something that like a to-do for the next sketchbook. I'm a part of this like animation guild, even though I'm not an animator. It's still nice to have contacts and stuff. And we were going to one of the animation companies in town in Atlanta. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm country. Anyway, so yeah, it's called my chapter is Asifa South. For a while, it was looking like I might have had to do a senior animation. I didn't, but I was trying to plan that out just in case I did have to do it. Some Shiba Inus. I have been hemming and hawing, fence-sitting about making some comics this was 2019 for such a long time, and I haven't done it, and I really need to. And then at the time, for some reason, in Atlanta, everywhere on Pokemon Go, it was just nothing but coughings. So that's what this was. Okay, I found it. Okay. This is the box that I used to transport my prints when I was in printmaking. I could tell you about printmaking if you guys were ever interested in that too. So, let me see. Where is it? Okay. I'll put this right here for now. So I did not get very far, as you can see. But these were just me trying to like get what I wanted. So this is the Ivysaur one. So you can see the ideation and then what it actually turned into, and I'll put it right here so you can look at it. And then this is part of the Venusaur one. With the Venusaur one, I was having a lot of problems drawing the Venusaur. So what I did was I was like, well, he looks like kind of like a toad. So then like from there, that's kind of where this came from. I don't know where the ones for the Bulbasaur are. Also, I wish, so this is Canson watercolor paper. I'm not 1000% sure. I think this is Hanamule. And I wish that I would have, one, put some borders between them, and two, made them consistent. But at the time, I didn't think it would be like, when I did this, I didn't think it was gonna be anything like a series or anything like that. So that's kind of why. I kind of want to do that thing that Casey Golden does sometimes, where she like gets like a giant poster and then she like does the whole generation. But yeah. And then yeah, I was trying to think of the Charmander one. Another ASIFA meeting. We went to another of the studios. They were telling us about like production assistant jobs. This is from that other Pokemon game, Pokemon Masters. I didn't get very far in it. I didn't like it, but I love everybody's outfits. I don't know if Pokemon has like an art book about that, but I would love to just look at like the costume design for that. This is me testing watercolors. Don't ask me which ones they are because I don't know. These are Copics. I can tell down here. Yeah. Testing out some kind of pen. Okay. So this is all the 2019 section, and then I went through a huge art block. I had no motivation. It was terrible. It was doubly terrible because I was in my senior year. So this section is all from then. This is from 2022, and I know that because this was right after our beautiful, lovely favorite art assistant was born. So that's how long of a break I took. This is Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. I love Little Shop of Horrors. I love Audrey 2. Can be here. We'll just place Tui right there. So this is colored pencil, and then behind it is Posca. I sprayed it with fixative and it really doled out the colors, but I don't know if you can see, it started here Tui, you can be right in the frame. It started to like bleed over onto this page, and I didn't want that to happen, so I had to spray it, but it really dulled the colors, and I'm sad about it, but you know, it is what it is. These are just the Pikachu family and Poscas. This is nothing. This is Swab Blue. So the blue is Copic, and then everything else is colored pencil. And then I was thinking about drawing like Swab Blues like more realistically as birds, but I couldn't figure out what kind of bird Swab Blues remind me of. I think I was leaning toward finches or like sparrows. I don't know. These are some Bulbasaurs. I don't know what was actually on that page, but I did cover all over it. I certainly did that. Anyway, these are some Bulbasaurs. Some of them are in Posca and some of them are just in regular marker. And here's a frog. Hey Dolly. This is the start of Blacker the Ink. And is this it? Yeah, this is also a part of it. There might be some more stuff somewhere in here. Sorry to be skipping around, but this is for those of you that don't know, for the month of February, every day I drew a black character. So yeah, and there are 2 videos, possibly 3 videos about it. Oh, this is Fire Emblem stuff, unimportant. I don't know if you guys know, you can buy Twilight on VHS. I'm not going to, but the cover of it is super cool and pretty, and I was trying to do like part of it, like I don't know, like a extreme close-up, but once I really like ruined Kristen Stewart's face, it really slowed me down. This is Arvin. This is the Arvin that I did. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I did Arvin from the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game. I did one version in Procreate and one version in Photoshop just to see the differences, and I'll put them up too. Oh, here we go. So it's a mess. I understand it, but it is a mess. So this is my Blacker the Ink planning. Here, I'll get real close so you can kind of see. So once I got the characters, I had like the little days and then just like some little thumbnails for what I wanted. You can see. So that's what this is. I know it's a mess. It's a mess. I was trying to draw mushrooms. Let me see what they look like, and that stopped me. This is also, see, I not to toot my own horn, I put a lot of planning into my things, or at least I try to. So these were like me trying to, this was me taking notes about what I wanted to talk about in the YouTube videos about this. Yes, and then it was like, you know, some critiques too, like for Gerald. I really like the Gerald one, but it's tiny. I might just put a picture up, but his hands are like way too small. So that was one of the things that I noticed afterwards. So just stuff like that. YouTube channel ideas. Oh, my sweet baby reached for me for the first time on the 30th of January. This is for when I was redrawing my cringy deviant art thing. And the only reason I know is because of this outfit down here. I'm sure a lot of people do. I got that like right before you go to bed, you get like the best ideas in the world. So I was trying to write some of them down. My favorite one is vampire falls in love with a werewolf and decides to go kill all the other werewolves to break her curse. Oh, and I also like she was a punk, he did ballet, what more can I say? Anyway, I was gonna do another thing for Pride that was, you know, very similar to my Blacker the Ink one. I don't know why. Whenever I have to record a video, all of a sudden I can't talk. But unfortunately, I got sick, I sprained a muscle, all these things happened, so I didn't get to do my little challenge, but that's what this is. And then, I think I've talked about this before too, but I am obsessed with Pokemon and their love of electric mice. So, sometimes when I have a hard time drawing like the actual Pokemon, I'll find like what Pokemon I think they're based off of. So I'm pretty sure Amoga is a sugar glider. So these are in, well this one isn't, but the rest of these are in Posca. This isn't. This is some kind of crayon. Anyway, this one is Posca. I am lying to you all. I am so sorry. This is Gouache. This is marker. No! I'm so sorry. This is Posca. This is Gouache. This is those neon Karen Dash crayons. I'm so sorry. I'm losing it. And these are squirrels or chipmunks. I'm not sure. My dad loves Star Wars. He wants me to draw him a Jedi. I know nothing about Star Wars. I don't know if he knows that I don't know. I don't know. So I am having the hardest time because I don't know anything. So this is what this is. He doesn't watch my videos, I hope. So that's our secret. These were me, this is me planning some things. So, you know, I gotta do that sticker for my dad. I gotta, you know, I try to break things down because a lot of times when I have a big task, if I don't break it down, I feel very overwhelmed. Anyway. This was, I was trying to do like a scene from Sin City. And I was using, I have this Noodlers ink. It takes forever to dry. Like, it took, I saw that it was still wet. I came back 2 hours later, it was still wet. I'm not kidding. So it must be like a paper ink combination situation, because I seriously doubt if Noodlers is just like making ink that don't soak into paper. But if you ever want to use Noodlers ink, I would not recommend doing it in your Midori cotton sketchbook notebook. This was, I was trying to do monochromatic studies, and I picked vampires, and then for some reason I was like, oh, I can do the 7 deadly sins. I don't know, it's very arbitrary too, like these don't, but these were the first ones. That is a terrible Edward Cullen, I'm very sorry. This is Dracula. I know this is Dracula. I don't know which version of Dracula it is. This is Spike Lestat. And then I have a YouTube video on this too. It's when I was testing out all the different markers. So that's what this is about. Every time I got the privilege of drawing Colin Farrell, it made my day so much better. I was so happy. Just looking at it makes me happy all over again. But also, marker paper, the Canson marker paper, you can only do marker on one side. But there's no, it feels the same, so I did it on the wrong side. So I just taped this in and like inked over it. Yeah, I cut it up and I taped them in. Also, I have this like sparkle pen. You can't tell. There you go. There you go. I made them glittery. You can barely tell though. So, I mean, I know, and I guess that's all that really matters. But yeah. This was a part of my Pride thing. So it was gonna go him, Sander Cohen, Shinobu Sensui, then Korra and Asami. Due to my ADHD, I have this many extra colors of Copics, and I am ashamed. Thank you for asking. I was gonna do some kind of Totally Spies things, and I was gonna do it on 3 different things, and I've already forgotten what it was gonna be, but yes. Started bullet journaling. I was upset because I went to my uncle's house and immediately lost my iPad in their couch, and it happened like 3 times. And I did have to shake down that couch because I think my phone also got stuck in that. It was a plush couch. I used to take this medicine, and I asked my doctor if there were any side effects I needed to know about it. She said no. So I took it for a couple of years, and every once in a while when I went on my period, I would go manic, and I was so scared. I was like, this isn't right. I told her, and she was like, oh, you must be bipolar. I'm cleaning out my room. I find the medication thing, and it says on there, one of the side effects is sometimes women that menstruate, sometimes people that menstruate can have symptoms of mania. I was so mad. I was so mad. I don't see that person anymore. But yeah, this at the bottom says, how long can I continue this masquerade of looking like a tired teenager? I found out that sometimes bees get really tired and they just fall asleep in flowers. That says bee ass. So that's what this is. This is Tuttle, who is my favorite Muppet. This is a cat sticking his little leg up. Oh, I was gonna do like testing out cheap art supplies or something along that nature, and I got this gouache from Five Below. Y'all, it was not worth your time. It was not worth me wasting you guys' time to talk about it. I'll just put it like that. So these are 2 landscape studies I did. This one is with gouache, and this one is with those Caran d'Ache crayons. Crayons is a word that's really hard to say with my accent. I usually try to dance around saying it, but they're not Crayolas, so I couldn't even go that route. These are lips. I was gonna paint them in gouache, and the reason I didn't was because of why? There was a reason. I don't remember it. My dad bought me some markers, and I was gonna, it was like a portrait set, I think, and I was gonna, do, like, color, these are, like, pictures I found on Pinterest. I was gonna color them with the markers, but because it kept, rubbing against each other, because this is, the Prismacolor, I think, warm gray, like 90%, I believe. I sprayed it down with fixative because I forgot that I wanted to put marker on it, and so, yeah. Baron Von Sweetness, is that her name, from Cuphead? I was trying to do it with Posca. No, not Poscas. I don't think I even have anymore. I think I gave the ones I didn't like away. They weren't these. These are the ones I do like. Yeah, I think I gave them away. I had some, I think they were called like or something like that. They came in a scrawler box, I believe. And they were not good. They were not good. And it made me sad. But, you know, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot we're adding more things to the no, am I? Yes, we are. We're adding more things to this cluttered frame. I was trying to just, another Pinterest picture, I was just trying to draw this like 80s like J-pop lady, but like this was just a bad art day. I don't have any excuses. This is just a real bad art day right here. Oh, and it was in Copics, that's why it bled through. I am thinking seriously about redesigning some of the things I did in college just to add to my portfolio, because I think I've developed my skills a lot more than if I just put them in, it would show. So that was me taking notes about like things that I liked and things that I didn't like about them. I have these, they're not actually tarot cards, they're like artist cards for like different artists, and then they say things on them. Hold on. Okay, I found them. So like Cindy Sherman, an artist that I love and admire. I think she's fantastic. For hers, it says, "Don't be yourself, be yourselves. Tell the truth in every fiction. Take a good long look in someone else's mirror." So I did them in the, just like really quick, didn't you know, sketch it out, just colored it with the Caran d'Ache crayons. So, and then I this is just tracing paper that I put in between so they wouldn't rub on each other. So let's see who else we got on this page. Diane Arbus. Look directly at whatever you're avoiding. The bullseye is always in the margins. Listen when a city tells its secrets. Francisco Goya. I love Goya. In case of emergency, locate your nearest exile. A good character is no exaggeration. Truth takes shape in the shadows. Sorry you guys, the baby monitor was going off. Ai Weiwei, another person that I love and admire. When authority says to be quiet, get a loudspeaker. Art must fight for freedom, or the whole world is a prison. Some things are whole only when they shatter. So that was these 4. And then Yayoi Kusama, who had her Infinite Mirrors thing, was at the High a few years back, and I tried to go. You wouldn't have, it was almost impossible to get a ticket, and I'm really sad about it. But it says, your soul is composed of the same dots as the universe. Distinguish yourself from your mirror image. Show them your hallucinations. Grayson Perry. Scratch at the surface until your fingers bleed. Meaning separates art from craft. Try something new, the old-fashioned way. Everybody's favorite, George O'Keeffe. Nature can keep a secret. Keep Freud guessing. You can't run away from yourself, but running away from others can be quite productive. And then Louise Bourgeois. Burgos. Remembering through art is better than forgetting. An inference is worth 1,000 appendages. Draw on private pain to connect with the public. So, yeah. I'm sorry, we gotta clutter up the frame. You guys have probably already seen my video on this, and if you haven't, please go watch it. It was me testing out gouache and just trying to do some gouache studies. Probably shouldn't have picked a Fire Emblem, but that's what I felt like drawing, so that's what I did. Also, it can take gouache. It's gonna buckle. Like, the paper didn't, you know, deteriorate or anything like that, but I mean, you can see it is very buckled. I was gonna do like a June wrap up and I never did. Hard Sell was this book that I read. My uncle gave me his old iPod and I'm very happy about it. It has to be plugged in at all times or it won't play though. I found a new iPad, like Apple Pencil nib that I like. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's obviously a phone, but I don't know what that means. Things I didn't like. That's when I sprained my back. And then this was Kim Petras came out with a remix to Paris Hilton's Stars Are Blind, a song which I unironically love. And then I bought on Kickstarter all the rings, the Fire Emblem Engage rings. So I have all of them, and my favorite one is the Violet one. These were just some pictures on one of my Pinterest things. Okay, this section right here, I just wanted to like test out like some of the different supplies. So these are just like really quick Pokemon drawings. Like it wasn't from memory, I was looking at them, but it was just really quick. So these were in pencil, and then on top of it is, you can't really see it, it's an ink that has like a little bit of a like shine to it. This was my favorite Tuscan Red Coal Erase pencil. Oh, you know what else? I want to do my favorite on each page. Who's my favorite on this page? I think it's Ivysaur. Also, tell me in the comments who's your favorites. Your favorite drawing or just your favorite Pokemon. This was, like I said, the Tuscan Red Coal Erase colored Coal Erase pencil. They don't make them anymore. Well, they still make them, but you have to buy it in the 24 pack. You can't buy them individually anymore. Very sad about that. My favorite on this page, I think, is this Raichu that's definitely a Raichu and not a Ditto. And I don't know why you would say that it was a Ditto. Here it is. Thank goodness. It's a Pilot Color Eno in 07. And it's the non-photo blue color. Just so, because I know the lights are kind of like washing it out. And my favorite on this page is this Golbat, and my favorite on this page is this Wiggly Meowth. This was a 4H pencil. My favorite on this page is the Poliwrath that's definitely coming from the top ropes to get you. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is one of those friction with an X erasable pens. I'll tell you who wasn't my favorite. This Tentacruel. They have way too many tentacles. My favorite. I think I like this Slowpoke. He's a real cutie. I have no idea what this pencil is. I'm sorry, you guys. I probably should have wrote it in the corner. My favorite is the Magneton. This is, I got this like giant like 2mm or something pencil. I went to like a art fair. It was downtown Atlanta. It was okay. It was, the problem was I expected it to be more like the Artist Alley, where it's like you buy prints and like things that are like easy to carry, and it was like people's like really big oil paintings and stuff like that. So I took Marta in, so I was not equipped to carry or anything that they had. There was a whole bunch of ceramicists that had like nice stuff too, and I really wanted to get some, but I had my kids with me and I'm like, they're gonna break it. There's no way I can get this from here back to the house without it getting ruined. But I did buy a big, it's like a 2mm or something pencil that's made from like an old bourbon barrel. But yeah, so that's what this is. Executor. This is the Ecoline marker, the gray one. I really like this gold. Oh no, the Tangela. That's a good Tangela. This is that, I think I've showed it off before. It's a Fude pen, and it has two sides. So this is the one that has the brown ink in it. Who is my favorite? This Magic Carpet is definitely my favorite. This is just a Crayola, one of the thin markers of theirs. Who am I digging? I'm really digging the Omanite. His shell isn't right, but like his eyes are full of life. And then, oh, we got a date. So this was in July of this year. Okay. I don't know if I've told this story. My plan was, when I got to this page of my sketchbook, to do to start the 100 heads challenge, and then I had planned it out so that by the time I got to the end, that would be the rest of the pages. July, sprang back, so I could not sit for long enough to do them. So I think I got 36 heads in before I was like, this isn't feasible, I can't do it. So my plan is possibly next week to start it. I have a sketchbook planned out for it. I have this Jackson sketchbook. It only has 16 sheets in it, so I was like, oh, this would be perfect, because that means there's 32 pages, so I can do like 3 to 4 heads on each page, and it's, huge. It'll give me a lot of space so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to find a week where I don't have anything that I have to like go to or do, because even I knew it was gonna take a lot of time, and I think I gave myself like 30 minutes for each head. It might have been less time than that, and it still took forever because I would have to do 1 or 2 and then I'd have to stop. My baby's crying, the dogs need something, I have other responsibilities, and I'm sure you guys do too. So I'm just really trying to find a time where I don't have anything that I would have to do to get it done. But this is so we'll go through them. But this is as far as I got. And I guess I'll talk about the things I learned. One of the things I learned is I don't give people enough forehead. That seems to be like a consistent issue with almost all of these. Nobody has enough forehead. Also, this one was so bad that I redid it. You're gonna see it again on this page. I have a very quick YouTube video where I just did like a speed draw of these because I was off my schedule because my back, and then I got a new computer, and for some reason one of the keys wasn't working, so I had to take it back. So yeah, but yeah, I did these and then I printed them out. For some reason, no matter what, I couldn't get it to print properly. So like, she's cut off, his ears cut off. I still need to play around. This was the first time I ever printed something directly from my iPad, so that might have been the issue. But yeah. So then I did these. I am really bad at side profiles, but I think this one is like really, like, even for me, this one's really bad. And like, once again, just not enough forehead. But this one was really fun to do. I really enjoyed this one once again. I know that I don't do it. I don't know how to correct it yet because, you know, I'm just looking at what I see. So, but I am aware. And then, I guess this was the last one. Yeah. So, oh, I started this one, but I didn't. This was, I was gonna do, my library had like a special design a library card thing, and I did design one, but I forgot to turn it in, so there you go. This was, they made some new, like racetracks for Mario Kart, and I don't have them, but I saw that one of them was like the little like blooper soap thing, and I thought that was really cute. This is my sweet baby. Once again, you guys, I don't know what was happening. This was just like not a good art day. I think they looked better before I colored them. I think coloring and inking them is what really just the nail in the coffin. These are all terrible too. Just real bad. Also, this was the start of why I can't find proper skin tone saga. Like, at all. Also, I don't know why I couldn't draw a good Claude. At all. It's weird. This was, just a picture of a lady from Pinterest. Also, I talked about it in my last video. These Sanjoki markers leave like this weird stain. I think I know why. So I was like looking it up, and this article came up, and it was about printer ink, and it was saying that if it leaves like a stain like this, the reason is usually because there's too much like manganese, which I seriously doubt is what this is, or they're using like vegetable oil, like too much of it. So I'm guessing that as like a filler or something like that, they put a lot of that in, and that's why it's staining. Why it's fading so quick might also have a reason, have something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure, because obviously this article was talking about printer ink, not alcohol marker ink. I have the Fire Emblem Awakening art of book, and so I was just going through and drawing them. I was just, you know how you want to draw but you just don't have any ideas, so I was just like, let's go. Also, I feel so bad. I thought that this was Kellum. It was Frederick. I feel so bad. Also, I don't like bike. I know that I'm just a hot take, but yeah, I couldn't. This was my beautiful self-portrait that, as you can see, has faded. It's faded so much. But honestly, I'm kind of digging this weird pink gradient thing that's going on. Like, if this was intentional, it would be really cool. I'm just sad that, like, so I mean, you saw way back there was July, so this was probably either the end of July, beginning, no, this was August. This was way into August. This was like 3 weeks ago, maybe not even 3 weeks ago that I did this. So I'm just sad that it's like fading so quick, and like I know alcohol markers are not light fast, but like this was not in the sun. I was not on the beach with this. This was in a closed sketchbook, and it's already fading this quickly. So that was my, the Sanjoki markers are so fun to use. Like, they're really juicy and they're really smooth, but like some people might not even be able to get like a good picture of it before it starts fading. So I just can't. I'm gonna use them up, and then that'll be that. But like, look at these. These look so good. These were also done. I think maybe the skin tone wasn't Sanjoki. I think the skin tone might have been this miscellaneous marker that I'm gonna make a video about, because I feel a conspiracy coming on. But like, they look so nice and pretty. These were, I love my dad. My dad takes awful pictures of us and then posts them. I don't know, comment if that's like just a dad thing or something, but I was like texting my sisters about it, and I was like, I thought he loved us, like why would he do that? I was doing a little comic. Yeah. By the time I came back, it looked like this, and yeah. Are these aren't the Sanjokis. These are, okay, so these are the markers, that miscellaneous marker. Yeah, I think that's the same color. This is my sweet Babby, our favorite art assistant. Also, you can see where it's stained, or maybe you can't. I'll get it closer. You can see where the yellow from the other one stained in his head right there, and then you can see another one right there. And like, see, it's like perfect. I'm sorry, I keep bumping the mic. It's like perfect there and there, and then there. If it just stained and or just faded, well, if it just stained or it just faded, I might be like, well, they were $40, but like both, no, that's too much. This is my big Babby. I cannot find, none of these skin tones are accurate for him. This one might be the closest, but none of these skin tones are accurate for him. And it's like, I'm trying not to get frustrated, but like, Jesus Christ. But this was me just drawing my big baby. Oh, Stardew Valley. I'm not gonna say this is the order of who I would want to marry, but it is. It is, you guys, it is. I love Pam. I love Pam so much. Oh, I also love Darling Charming from Ever After High. I've had in my save for later Amazon cart this Darling Charming doll that is just, I feel like it's like the stocks. It's just been going like up and down in price. I can't bring myself to buy a doll that I'm not going to play with, that I just want to look at yet. I'm not saying that's never going to happen, but yet. But these were just some quick sketches of her, and then I inked them. I didn't do a good job inking them. Honestly, they're not that good, period. Once again, sometimes you just have bad art days. It happens. I don't know if you guys have seen the little bunny I am at my limit meme, and then this was another one that I saw where it said cowboys can't be hot, and then it was a possum, and then it said, I bet you feel dumb right now. This is Kellum. This is not Frederick, this one's Kellum. Oh my gosh, okay. Guys, this is from, do I have this with me? Hold on. I was literally in the middle of my critique on this. It was going great. Another professor came in. He wanted to borrow some tacks, and he looked at it and he was like, your hands are backwards. I had the thumbs on the wrong side. I was mortified. And then he just walked out. I was, oh my gosh. I mean, it happens, and nobody would like made like that huge of a deal about it. They were just like, oh yeah, you're right, there are. But I was just like, how could you? How could you just go walk in here and do this to me? So this was me trying to figure out like what I wanted to do more. I think that like I could exaggerate the pose more, do more with the interactions, do more with their hands and stuff like that. Now that I have more confidence on hands, make sure their hands also aren't backwards. I got the Winsor & Newton skin tone markers, and they're not good, and it's not a color thing. The brush on them is so squishy. I know Winsor & Newton know how to make stuff. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's what these are. And then this was me trying to find skin tones for my fam. I think this is what we've landed on so far. We'll have to see. Okay, so the rest of the this is just test pages, so I don't know if that's something you guys would like even want to see. These are those Sanjoki markers. See, you can just see where it like just, it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. A hoo-hoo. One of my friend's kids gave me this, so I kept it. And then these are flowers from the corsage that I wore for my sister's wedding, so I just kept them in here. What's in the back? Oh, the printed thing from this, and then like a little, it almost looks like a bookmark, but it's just a little piece of Bristol paper for testing. And I think Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. This was one of the trials and tribulations I went through with this sketchbook are kind of crazy, and sketchbooks for me, and I'm guessing for everybody, are deeply personal. And there's been some sketchbooks that, like, when I pick them up, it's not even about the drawings, it's about where I was in my life. Like I said, I did not even have much of it in 2019, and then took that long break where it was just so hard for me to think of anything, create anything. Everything that I did was bad, or I didn't have the energy. I just didn't want to do it. And I'm so happy and honestly proud of myself for coming back to it and really persevering. And I hope if any of you are going through the same thing where you just feel limited, or the creativity isn't coming, or you're just stuck in some kind of art block, I hope that, you take your time, but just keep trying and keep pushing through, because I believe in you. I truly do. And I'm truly grateful for you guys for sticking around and watching my humble little channel. We're very close to 100 subscribers, and I'm very excited about it. Slowly but surely, we're gonna get there. And I think that's just maybe, a lesson we should just take in life. So once again, thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I hope you're having a great day and making great art. Bye, you guys.